No, I give the 8 o'clock because it's safer to do so. I know there's no way you can be later than 15 minutes past 8.
True.
Then we have the good 40 minutes
Mm.
of chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But smart.
Yeah, because get it already. We're saying coming to sentence.
Yeah, man, I underestimated it. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Coming from which area?
Observatory. It
And,
says only 15 kilometers. Man, I couldn't.
If I feel like I on William Nicole.
No, I even said avoid highways.
Okay.
Well, I just to navigate.
Which one? Where's
Yeah, and then I don't know these roads. Well, Rivonia Road.
Yeah.
I use Rivonia Road a lot. When I'm working for St. David's, very still like that. So it's not bad, but there's like
well,
yes. So that's why I said, you know what, no highway. That was the first thing I thought of. So Luna, you've been live since 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
So you've been here before 6.
So one more before 6 a.m. So that you can
yeah, it's okay.
what is it? Every morning.
And you're out at 9.
Out at 9.
Okay.
Then there's another host.
Okay.
I keep my promises, guys. Sharon, yes, Sharon is in the house, guys. Fitness in the millennial is what we're going to talk about. Beautiful that we had a massage therapist yesterday as a guest. And yeah, you know how it is. It was an edutainment day. Still today, we are still on the same mood where we are saying health is a lifestyle. I did say that your relationship with God is far much more important than anything else. And one of the things that God cares about when we shared, according to the book of Genesis, chapter 25, and we said, God cares about your psychological being. He cares about how you think. He cares about what your thoughts are. And your thought process automatically, reveals who you become or who you want to become. And in all that, also in the same breath, your health also speaks to where you want to go more than anything who you want to become, because ultimately your health determines the longevity of your future. We have in the house Sharon. Yeah, we do have RAESETSA Tolo in the house who says fitness in the millennium is important, and I couldn't have done it better in the last week of July as we enter Women's Month to have women only come into studio to speak about health. And yeah, we did have a lady yesterday saying, I work a lot with women because it's more comfortable because of the intimacy of the therapy that I do. And we will hear from Sharon what she does. Does she only work with women, or is she not gender-based? What does she do basically? Yeah. I did share with you yesterday already her bio, and I shared a bit this morning what her bio says. We will hear from her. It's best hearing from the horse's mouth than try and pick and play around this. Thank you so much for engaging me with your questions. I'm sure she'll be ready to hear from you. She'll be ready for those shout outs. Yeah, she's from Davidton. Yeah. Are you good? Hope you are totally great. And we are all totally ready. We'll be going live on Facebook. We'll be going live on YouTube as well. Here's a song by Kenyan Nyati that says Baba Zivez, a beautiful song that I love totally. Sharon, please say hi to the people you are on mic for. Please say hi.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Sanbonani. I do keep my promises, guys, and I have guests that are also very honorable. This is a beautiful thing to have in life.
I'm trying to check it on Facebook. Hold on. Oh, it's Chafao. Thank you.
This song moves my emotions deeply because it is a desire of mine that in whatever I do, Jehovah may show up and show off. You need to understand whose you are and who you are in the body of Christ in order for you to live a fulfilling life. And one of the things that I always, say to you is that create a relationship with your maker. Have a tight relationship with your maker. He will tell you what you ought to do and what not to do. And you will feel it, man. You will know. And one of the things that our God, that I'm sure about our God, is that He created the Garden of Eden where we ought to eat healthy. He said, Adam, tend the garden, because He wanted us to have a healthy lifestyle. And one of the things that we're discussing today is fitness in the millennium. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I hope you are, you are having the best time of your life this morning.
I am. The
Thank
music
you
is
for joining
helping. Like it's amazing. I like the atmosphere in the studio. It's absolutely a blessing to be here.
Welcome, Sharon. Welcome, RAESETSA. You are welcome. Womandla to you. For the work that you do in the communities and the work that you do in general. Who are you? Please tell our listeners who Utologazi is.
I knew you were going to ask this, and I've been recently redefining myself.
Okay.
Without a title, without what I do. When you say who I am a child of God.
Yeah.
I am born by Elizabeth Ramazzovani and Elias Madiga Chase. I'm a third born child, happen to be the middle of twins after me and two sisters before me. And I just happen to be so ambitious about life and what I can offer and what life has for me in store.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
And here you are having a Madiga Chase. And what did, in fact, let's go back before we get to the Madiga Chase. What inspired you to do the work that you do in the communities? I want the listeners of Shaval Coms Radio to get where you are coming from in terms of your passion for people and community development more than anything.
It is directly in line with what you were talking about, being in line with your assignment in the world, knowing what your purpose is. And I think I'm lucky enough to have realized what my purpose is from a very young age. Since primary school, I've been involved in an array of activities. I remember my mom used to say, hey, when are you probably locking the gates with the security guards at my Jibulo primary school in Katlehong. So I was involved in in groups that worked with young people. I remember we used to do simple projects like keep your school clean. At the time, we called it Soul Buddies. I don't know if you remember Soul Buddies.
Soul Buddies, yeah.
Yes, so that's where it started. We would work with learners. I was highly involved in sports, in leadership. So that's how it came about. And growing up in the township, you always have to look out for yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't want to be part of stats that are not so appealing. You know? So I always want to be proud of who I am. I always wanted to make my family proud. I mean, we did not have all that we wished for, but my parents made sure we are exposed to opportunities. So it grew up from there. Going into high school, I saw myself getting more passionate about young people development. As I've said before, in the township, there's a lot of external and internal factors happening that could influence young people into making decisions that are possibly not the greatest. But you wish there was a way or a platform that says, hey, sorry, look at this. This is where we could be going. This is what you could do, and this is how it will benefit you. So that's when we started with the Kids Fun Walk Against Obesity. Because I'm so passionate about children, I said, you know what, let's start it from a grassroots level. As someone who has studied sports, we understand that development starts at grassroots level.
I was about to ask if it's got to do with anything like body shaming. What made you really look into that?
So there is a lot of factors
that.
That go into it. First of all, in 2016, South Africa was amongst the top 3 countries in the world with obesity, especially child obesity. And for someone who was still studying and doing a lot of research, I said, first of all, I want to make a difference in my community. I remember telling my mentor, Mr. Ali Jali, I said, I don't know what to do, but I want to make a difference in the community, possibly starting with children. And then we know we instill it in the young ones, they grow up with it, and hopefully they hang on. And when they become young adults, they at least have some traits and experiences that may have helped them along the way. So when a child is obese, the learning is also affected. The learning is affected. They feel sleepy most of the time. They are not so active.
Even with adults,
Same with adults. And you can imagine if it's happening from a childhood stage, it's not good. You know, it's very, because children grasp a lot when they're still young. They get accustomed to how they're being socialized. So if a child is used to being a couch potato, it's not easy at the age of 14 to teach them to be active. But if a child is playing from a very young age, all they want to do is play. Then you know your child is active. You know, so that's why we started it from there. And I said, I just want to give back to my hometown, and just to maybe correct a little bit there, it's Katlehong and not Davidson.
Oh, okay.
It's Katlehong here. And I said, we always grow up, we start doing well for ourselves, but I'm not shaming other people, but I don't see a lot happening or being given back in my township specifically. And I said, I want to do something that will help my township. If we want to be a better society, why do we get better and move away? Let's get better and come back and say, we are planting right here. I want my township to be safe. If my child has to grow up where I grew up, I want it to be a better place. But we end up running away, of course, because of a lot of issues that we cannot control. But if there's something we can do about it, in the spaces we exist, why not?
There you have it from Sharon, and we are going to continue with her regarding especially the Mandela Chase. You know how it is. We always attach such things, or rather drives, as Mandela Chase means it has to be done in July, simply because of the 67 days of Mandela Day, 67 minutes rather of activities around the Mandela Day. But when we had a discussion around the topic, you remember everyone who commented basically said, no, it cannot be 67 minutes on that day particularly. It must be done all throughout life in general. So RAESETSA basically speaks to exactly that what is it that you can do to give back. And Madiba was one of the people that really, advocated for contribution, to humanity in different forms. So yeah, big ups to you for, taking the time to say, I've got, the bit that I have, I want to share it with my people. And that's the type of, spirit that he instilled in us as a leader. Today, surely, the heavens are watching over you and are saying, here's a young lady who's saying, look, I'll give back no matter what. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So what propelled you to, to want to do not only just that, but, also you're a facilitator in programs that are different. You also play a role of being a facilitator in the sports fraternity, and the passion is seen in the profile. Do you see yourself doing anything better or more?
Yeah, that's an interesting
and it
question.
would be
I am already doing something better and more.
Okay.
I am not limited to working in the sports industry,
Yeah.
but through ProExcel, which is the company that is running the event, we are already stepping into our ambitions.
Yeah.
We are not saying, if you look at my CV, I've worked for certain companies in
Yes.
sports, quite dominant. But I then said, I want to be myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be myself. I'm glad to be working with big sports companies, but there's things I want to do that are burning in my heart.
Yeah.
And that's when ProExcel came to life. So I see ProExcel running programs that are more focused on daily activities.
Yes.
For example, a school. Programs that are helping young people maybe have access to certain opportunities in the world, not limited to South Africa.
Yeah.
I see ProExcel building relationships with some international sports bodies that I possibly have worked with on some level.
Yeah.
For example, the Commonwealth Games Federation, which is actually hosting games at the moment in Birmingham, they have a lot of opportunities for young people to do projects. They help them with funding. They also have opportunities where people can go into communities in the world, to say, this is what I have, put a smile on other people's faces. I also hope we get to a point where we are able to send people from our program to better schools, even if it's not in South Africa.
Okay.
If they get to maybe study in some top universities that
Harvard.
offer, yes. And we're not only limited to sports, it's more about development, leadership, it's more about identity, because they tie in together. You won't be a good sports person if you don't identify yourself in a certain way, if you don't have certain values and morals that you follow and that help you stay where you are. And as an active sports person still, I know what it takes, to stay there.
Yeah, hold it right there. We're now Mulimu by Takindo. We are going to go to the news headlines at 8:30. Then we continue with Sharon. She's right here, right until the end of the show. Guys, I am with her right here. It's 28 minutes past 8 and 28th of July, 28.
How's it going? Am I able to take it home now?
Jamalcoms Radio News.
All right, we are back with your favorite news headlines. Devon mom arrested after baby's body found in shallow grave. Mastermind into two Kushoba said to be sentenced for plotting murder of Tehofatso of bullying. Men arrested 3 years after 26 million Santan jewelry heist. Stay tuned for more news at 9.
That was the news by Bianca. Look out for more. I'm interested in the story about Tsogofatsopule further. Nonhlanhla Zita says, good morning, Kingdom Diva. Beautiful show indeed. We welcome Sharon into the space. What can one do to join Pro Excel, Sharon?
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
You can get in touch with us. We have social media platforms, email addresses. I'll also share my contact details when the time comes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll take it from there.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Good morning, Kingdom Diva. This is Walter from Davidton. Big ups to you, ladies, for a beautiful show. Thank you so much for the beautiful music as well. Sharon, if you could just share a bit of what it is that benefits the community when you do these projects. Any stories that you can tell about what you have done in the past?
Yes. So I take my biggest pride in the Kids Fun Walk Against Obesity, because what we do, we don't only take them to the streets of Katlehong and they walk, but we actually do some, what do I call it, a brief educational, I don't want to say speech, but talk. Yeah, a brief educational talk to say, what is obesity? What does it do? And what are the bad effects? What we also do during the event, we expose them to different sporting codes or clubs. So people are there, they can see, okay, you can do basketball, netball. I also am part of the executive committee for the Ekurhuleni Basketball Association. Okay. So it's easy to just get them involved, but also sitting on the sports council of Katlehong Ward 6. I also get them involved. This is now with athletics and other codes that we have. So we have taken a step towards introducing young people or children to playing sports, and that's what we take pride in. And we've had teachers calling back, especially during COVID. I remember they said, are we having it this year? What's happening? Our children are looking forward to it, because we don't just say come and walk, but we attach a meaning to it. If I can share a story that I celebrate.
We love stories. Yeah.
It would be with the one we're about to have, where we have people of different ages and it's not the Kids Fun Walk. With our first one in 2019, we had some medals.
Okay.
And with fun runs and walks, you don't give prizes. It's a fun run, it's not a race. However, if you do, it's up to you, but you don't say number 1, 2, 3. You must say top 20 or top something. There's a umama I used to catch a bus with when we were going to work. I invited her and other women in her space. They came to the walk, and afterwards they obviously got medals. And listen, this is something ordinary for me. This is I'm used to it. I'm used to medals. I'm used to all of that. I don't think it could have a different meaning to someone else. And when they finished the race, the mother got the umama got her medal with her friends. The other woman came to me and she said, I've never won anything. I'm like, oh yeah, today is your day. And she was serious. She said, I've never won anything. When I was young, I couldn't do anything because I was shy and people said I was dumb and all of that. But today I got a medal and I finished the race. And I'm like, it's just a fun run. You can always. She said, I finished it and I got a medal. She said, yo, Mdanami, thank you so much. This is beautiful. Today I'm going to hang my medal in the dining room so people can see that I was a winner.
Yeah.
And I didn't take the story seriously until someone who was next to me said, "Did you just realize the effect this has on umama?" I said, "I mean, it's just," she said, "No, it's not just the medal." So for me, I said, "Wow, okay." So
I didn't see it that way.
I didn't see it. And we hope to get other stories. We don't want to channel stories of victory in a certain way, but if we are making a difference in your life, if we are knocking into a heart of your hearts and saying, wait, you could actually be smiling in life, so be it. Because if I say I want to hear stats of how many people joined the running club, that's well within my portfolio. Well, I'm happy to do that, but let's get into the real life situations.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so here's another one here. This is our, day-to-day Shamlis now. Mahlaku Pito from Orange Farm says, well, good morning, RAESETSA. Beautiful name, by the way. What does it mean?
Thank you.
Two, the first question is that what does your name mean? The second question, oh, I'm trying to read. She wrote in Setswana. This is what I'm trying to get it. So the first question is that what does your name mean? The second question is, so when you do these walks, you make sure that they happen per quarter, or when do they happen?
Okay, so the first question, what does my name mean? I don't have the direct full meaning of my name because I have been asking, but it's my grandmother's, paternal grandmother's name, RAESETSA, and her daughter is still alive. She's actually the only one who's still here. And I have asked, what does RAESETSA mean? And she'd say, it's those old names, but what I know is that I am named after my beloved grandmother, paternal grandmother.
Okay, yes. And your walks, you do them?
We do them. It's been inconsistent, to be honest.
Okay.
The aim
because
was
of COVID.
Yes, because of COVID and challenges, because lack of funds and all of that. We do them twice a year. Okay. Actually, we do them twice a year. After this one, we'll do another one in December. But if we are not able to overcome some challenges that we currently have, especially with finances, we'll probably move it back. And that's one of the reasons why we moved this one back from July. We were still trying to get something sorted.
How far are you with that?
We are hopeful. The things are coming together slowly, I have to say, but surely. God has been great. Every day there's a small win. Every day someone is being interested. They may not be able to assist in the best possible way we hope for, but people are gaining interest. People want to be part of it, but we also have to be patient because there's a lot that is going on. A lot of businesses have taken a knock during COVID-19. People are still trying to get on their feet, but things are coming together. We still are in need of certain important services, like an ambulance. I'm still circulating quotations and asking for help because you cannot have an event without certain services. But looking at the way things are standing, it is highly still functioning on private pockets. Because when you have given birth to a child, no matter what happens, you want them to grow. And if you happen to get bursaries along the way for them to study, you celebrate. So that's what we are doing now. But thanks to certain companies like MRehab, they've always carried us through, especially when times are tough. We know we can go back to them and they can assist.
Yeah, man. So now the Mandela Chase, what's that about?
Excites me.
I also got excited when I got to know about it.
So the aim was to celebrate Madiga Day in style.
Okay.
And in my concept document, I have written one of his quotes where he says words like, sports has the power to unite people. It has the power to bring people of different classes, races, people from different parts of the world together. And so we want to celebrate Madiba Day in style. And he also believed so much in sports. I actually often think of him when he wore our national team was it football? Yes. There was this famous design that we had of Bafana Bafana with stripes.
Yes.
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 He liked that
So
t-shirt
expensive, but yeah.
so much. It is. So he is someone who believed in sports so much. And personally, when I woke up one day and I said, okay, we want to celebrate it on Mandela Day. And I came up with the Madiga Chase. And I said, why chase? I said, we are trying to chase a healthy lifestyle. We are trying to chase ambitions and dreams that we may have in life.
So
we are trying to chase to other brothers and sisters out there to say, come and join us. So we didn't want to really be sport specific, but also social, because we are trying to address a social aspect through physical activity and sports.
Okay.
So that's why we call it Madiga Chase. And I said, I think I want people to see what we're doing.
Okay.
I could have easily done it in a stadium, closed in, people walk or run around the track.
Yeah.
I said, I want people to see this.
You want people to see
how do we do it for people to see us in action? Okay. I said, let's do it on the streets. Let's celebrate our townships. Let's celebrate our streets, and let's engage with people.
Yeah.
And I swear, every time we have this event, you'll see people coming out of their houses. People are watching. People want to know what's happening.
The spirit is different.
Yes, people want to know. People are excited. People are motivating runners passing by their houses.
Yeah, give them water and all.
Yes. So we want to basically raise awareness for health and fitness, and say this, you can actually be part of it. This is what we do. We may be lacking in some aspects, such as we could be giving away certain things like information and flyers to their houses to say, this is us, this is what is happening. But we trust so much in word of mouth as well. If you've seen us and you've had a moment, you've seen people passing, you've seen what is happening, you've seen that we are well organized.
You speak about it.
Yes, you see that Metropolis is here, you see that ambulance. Then you get a feel of, okay, this is important, this is big, this is probably also fun.
It's supported. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what we're trying to do.
Wow, there's so much saying you're Rwanda, and I'm saying this because I feel that I want us to get to a point where you respond to the importance of fitness in the millennial, and this is maybe thinking that we eat processed food. There's just a lot. Here's Sinach, you're Rwanda.
From the depths of our hearts, we worship. From the depths of my heart, I'm grateful to you. You've done so much for me. I have searched all around. There is no one like you. The Kingdom Drive is royal. Welcome to the show. The Kingdom Diva. The Kingdom Diva. Sheila Maumela is your host.
Yes, we are with Sharon Rice Tolo in the house, guys. Sports is her passion. Community development is her passion. Seeing you thrive in the space that you're in, makes her, love, just living in this life totally. So here she is, and we are saying fitness and health in the millennial. Your thoughts around that?
I cannot stress how important it is to eat healthy, to stay active, and to have a healthy mind.
Yeah.
So they all go together. A healthy mind, or should I say a healthy soul, a healthy body, a healthy lifestyle, a healthy life in all.
Yeah.
We have seen ourselves suffer from a number of illnesses or viruses that keep attacking us. Look at COVID-19. You heard people talk about you must have strong lungs and all of that. You go to clinics and you visit some GPs that will tell you the importance of just exercising a little bit, even if it's 20 minutes a day or whatever the case may be. And that's because if there's any natural way of keeping yourself healthy, is exercise.
Yeah.
Before we even get to the eating part is also important. However, if you really want to stay active, you want to stay engaged in yourself, you want to be mentally clean, you want to be mentally active, you have to exercise.
So your take on we've had a lot of suicidal, cases, in the past year and this year. And I understand that fitness also contributes towards, stimulating the mind to think differently. Your thoughts around the suicidal rates that we've got, and what would you say?
Sheila, I've been in moments where I was so angry.
Okay.
Angry at maybe the world, or angry at what?
Especially as a coach and life coach, so to speak.
And I remember on those days, the first thing I'll do is wake up and go run.
Yeah.
I'll wake up and go run. In fact, on those days, I'll be faster. Yes, because I'd have those emotions and anger in me. But in that moment, I'm letting them out on the race, or I'll call it a race.
Yeah.
While you run, and runners will tell you this, you're praying.
Yes.
While you run, you're like, oh, dear Lord, do you see my problems? Do you see what is happening? You're out here. And as you pray, now your prayer starts changing, because now the anger is being let go. You start saying, okay, I can actually do this. I don't care who you are, you will not be able to play sports or do some fitness if you don't have a positive mind.
Okay.
It forces you to be positive, because even your coach will say you have to push. Your coach will say you can't give up now. You have to get to the finish line. You also want to feel good about yourself. You'll say, I think I can do this. And this is why you've often heard people who stayed in sports for the longest time, even when they are now grannies, and old papas, but they're still there because it's healthy for them. It's healthy for their
physique, mental state.
Yes, and their mental state, absolutely, Sheila. So if people were to find an escape in exercise, I think it would work. In a way, we've played some fun. I'm UJ alumni basketball first team, and we've played some matches with a little bit of an encouragement from the challenges we had as varsity students. And our coach would say, I want that anger. I want that anger on the field, because I want you to let it out in a good way, in a positive way. I want you to play your best, because sometimes as a sports person, if you're not feeling great about certain things in your life, you want to correct it on the field.
So who are you inviting? We're going to get to that. Who are you inviting to the Mandela Chase?
Okay.
We want to get the anger out of a lot of things. We want to get the anger out of a lot of things.
Yes. And if your escape is alcohol, you get it out there, so it's about where your escape
it affects us one way or another.
So sometimes I keep blaming people who chose to do boxing as a sport.
That too.
Yeah, it's intense. It's intense.
Who are you inviting to the Mandela Chase RAESETSA?
I'm inviting.
And what do you promise us?
I'm on the spot. I'm inviting young people.
Yep.
Young people are my main focus.
Yes.
In a lot of things, I'll always start with young people. I'm inviting young people. I'm also inviting someone who's always at home, not so active, but they would like to get active.
Yeah.
They would like to get out there and try it out. So I'm inviting people who are not so active but I'm also inviting your active people.
Okay.
I want our newcomers in the health.
Blend of...
Yes, I want them to see, oh, okay, so this one can still run. Okay, wow, look at that one. So I'm inviting people who are interested in leading a healthy lifestyle, people who would like to learn a little bit more. And I'll tell you, when you said, what are you promising? I'll tell you why I say people who want to learn a little bit more about a healthy lifestyle. I'm inviting sports clubs. Do you want to promote yourselves?
Yeah.
Come through. I'm inviting businesses that would like to get in contact or to engage with people at one stage or at one platform. I'm inviting basically everyone, men and women. I'm inviting children. This year, for the first time, we're having a kids play area. So if you don't want to run with the little ones, they'll be playing some, and yes, they'll be playing some indigenous games. They'll be playing some other health and fitness games. They'll be shooting some hoops. We have Ekurhuleni basketball coming through to showcase. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And what I promise you a well-organized event, first of all.
Number one.
You will feel appreciated. We have a cycling club that is joining us. You will be accompanied along the route. As you walk, as you run, someone will be beside you. I am promising an event that is informative. We have some dietitians joining us, and they will give some health talks. Yes, they're going to give health talks. We also have, again, Rehab, who will be giving some information on what they do. We have other super women in health and fitness who are going to be showing us what they do when they say aerobics, when they say Zumba. You know, what do they do and how do they do it? Yes. We have some sports clubs that have confirmed a sports club coming all the way from Teflop in Polokwane. They will be here because they're trying to expand their vision and stuff. So it's going to be exciting. I'm just trying to think what else we have, because we have a number of things happening on the day, especially after the actual event, which is the fun run and the fun walk. And we'll have some health products.
Yeah.
So we want people to at least see at a very close range some of these health products, what they can do for them, how they can
the smoothie sauce.
Yes, exactly. You know, we are pushing for all of that. Everything healthy, everything that has to do with fitness, whatever we have in store. And we'll have a little bit of entertainment, which I can't say much about because I also want people to come. I also want to surprise people a little bit.
People need to be surprised.
Yes.
Here is Matapelo Khana. She says, big ups, girl from Katlehong. I am also from Katlehong. I hope to also make a contribution towards the event, but either by being there or by donation. How else can they find you?
Oh, great. It's so good to hear from Matuba Katlehong. Support from home is a blessing. I always say I do this without expecting anything in return. I mean, I could have simply stopped and said, you know what, I don't have a sponsor whatsoever, but what is in my heart is between God and I. I believe that I've been anointed to do this, whether a sponsor will find me along the way, you know, and by me doing it, I'm serving my purpose. So it's always good to hear such good comments from Matuba Katlehong. Can I share my details now?
Yes, please.
So you can, first of all, call or send a WhatsApp text to the following number. It's 068 3530 105.
Again, please.
068 3530 105. So that number will take, you can send an SMS, you can call, you can send a WhatsApp text. Someone is always there ready to assist. You can also find us on Facebook. So on Facebook, I also personally promote it a lot. I do a lot on my personal account, which is Sharon Tolo, SHARON space TOLO. My profile picture is too obvious. You'll see people with medals, people in green t-shirts and some medals. So then you know it's me. Our email address is Proactive Excel. So it's PRO active. It's one word, Proactive Excel. As in EXCEL, and at gmail.com. But I quickly wanted to mention why we call ourselves Pro Excel.
Please go ahead.
it just came to my mind as I'm giving out the email address. We aspire to be proactive.
You're pro excellence.
Oh my goodness, you're already a board member. There we go.
Yeah.
We also promote proactivity and excellence in it. Be excellent, whether you have this or not, whether things are tough or not. You stay on your excellence, and then we say for your supremacy. And that's our line. We want you to feel like queens and kings.
Yeah.
We want you to feel like you are being taken care of. Your interests are being attended to. So that is why we call ourselves Pro Excel. But I also want to mention that we work with Panthers Netball Club.
Okay.
Panthers Netball Club is run by my beloved sister Mpho.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been we've been running it since 2012, I'd say, and they are part of it. We always look for marshals, people who are going to be on the routes. Panthers is providing marshals for us. They're also part of the operations team. Why? Because in the long run, if we get to a point where we can raise funds for our local sports clubs, this will be one of the platforms we use. So Panthers can at least have a nice kit, transport, and all that is required to run a club on a daily basis.
Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram?
Oh, yes. How could I forget the other two? So on Instagram, it's still Sharon Tolo, my personal account. Pro Excel also has an account. It's just Pro Excel _. So it's Pro Excel, and the profile picture you'll see it's written Katlehong. I'm actually proud of Katlehong, and I just put it there so people can see we are from our own township Katlehong. On Twitter, I only push it with my personal account.
Yeah,
and that's it's still Sharon _Tolo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Sharon _Tolo, and we'll appreciate your engagements. And anything that you have to say, we also are open for suggestions and ideas, because things are constantly changing. People constantly want to see certain things in a different way, and if we can, we do accommodate for that.
Yeah. We are almost at the end. Just before the news with Bianca, we do our ritual. You know this on the Kingdom Drive Breakfast Show. Sharon Tolo is going to share with us her daily mantra, her daily quote, what she, lives by, how we do it. We have it, Nelson Mandela once said, it seems impossible until it is done. So living a healthy lifestyle may seem impossible. Why? Because we love good food. We love, however, it's not beneficial to the end goal in mind. And that is when you are growing older, everything that you eat, makwenya, and all that affects your older days. If I knew earlier, or rather, if I listened to my mom earlier, today I would not be suffering from Mikaba. However, it can be fixed. That's a beautiful part of it. It can be corrected. We have spoken to a homeopath who taught us about, non-conventional medicines 2 weeks ago. And we had a massage therapist yesterday talking to us about healing the body naturally through massages and, what is called lymphatic drainage. Today, we speak to Sharon Tolo, who shares more about fitness and health in the Millennial. What is your daily mantra? Give us the quote for the day and a message to the listeners, and we close off.
Okay. What I go by, I always say our biggest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Yeah.
We are powerful beyond measure. Yes, we can do a lot. But sometimes we think by letting our light shine, we make other people feel small. And maybe the reality comes in because people do actually react in that way. People want to make you feel like, oh no, what are you doing? You just got to this company and now you just want to shine. Then people go back into their closets. But do not be afraid of the power you have. And actually exercise it.
Amen.
Exercise what God gives you in your thoughts. We don't have brains. Everything comes from a high power. Everything you think of, especially good things. If you think it's too much, then you must know God is speaking.
Yeah.
Exercise it, take a step towards it, pray about it, and you'll see.
Thank you. And the time is 59 minutes to 8. And in a minute, we'll be having Bianca sharing the news. Thank you so much. You need to exercise it, practice it, apply it, get rid of the fear that comes from none other than Sharon Tolo, who really says, go for it. Your biggest fear is really what you are able to do. I'm loving this. That's our quote for the day. Me, the Kingdom Diva, Utando Sheila Wagamaumera. From Chevelle Comes Radio, no Matotolo Ozago. Yes, I'm talking about the radio that comes to you. I totally love you, and you know this. So let's go to the news before we just dish out quickly. Yeah.
Right, and we are back with your favorite news. A Devon woman has been arrested for allegedly burying the body of her baby in a shallow grave. On Tuesday, Inanda police were called to Amaudi, where the community suspected a 25-year-old woman of killing her baby, said police spokesperson Constable Tenjiswa Ngobo. The woman was pregnant, and when she was found without a baby, the neighbors became suspicious and interrogated her. She later told neighbors that the child had died, said Ngobo. When police arrived at the scene, they found that community members had forced the woman to dig up the shallow grave where the remains of her baby were buried, said Ngobo. The woman was arrested and detained at Inanda police station where she was charged with birth concealment, while the body of the baby was transported to a local mortuary. The mother is expected to appear before Nduzuma Magistrate Court today. The Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg will begin sentencing proceedings against convicted murder mastermind Ntutuko Shoba today. In March, Shoba was convicted of plotting the murder of Tsogofatso Pule, his estranged lover at the time. Pule, who was pregnant, was found hanging from a tree enveloped in Roodepoort. Shoba was connected to the crime by Muzikaise Malepane, who confessed that he hired to kill Pule. Sentencing was due to take place in May, but was postponed when Shoba urged that the pre-sentencing report was incomplete. A man has appeared in Randburg Magistrate Court in connection with a house that saw more than 26 million worth of jewelry. Mduduzi Numalo, 39, appeared in court Tuesday in connection with the 3-year-old case. Hawks spokesperson Warrant Officer Boni Numalo said on 19 August 2019, a vehicle with armed men entered business premises on Bailey Clare Drive in Sandton. They allegedly tied up security guards with cables and broke into a jewelry warehouse. The Hawks investigation culminated in the arrest on Monday. The arrest of the other suspects has not been ruled. The case has been postponed to Monday on the 1st August for a bail application, and that will be all from me for now. Stay tuned for more news.
And we are saying goodbye from me and Sharon Tolo. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It is a blessing. It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. Yeah, Ladies Amor says Collide. Why do I love the song? Because it says you are a citizen, you are a total resident in my heart. I totally love you. Cheerio.
Okay, that's a good way of ending it with. I like this song.
Love the song.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Absolutely.
I also enjoyed the questions.
Yeah,
and the
guys.
engaging. Yeah.
So I sent the poll before. That's why I postponed.
Oh,
Because
okay.
when the guy from graphics did not send your thingy, because I posted out and then sent a poll to say this is what she's about, brief.
Yes.
Send questions, engage her. Yeah, check it out and let me know what you think.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So it's easier that way. Then you already have questions coming out.
Yeah. Unlike people just and for people who are interested, they can tune in earlier.
Yeah.